What's up, guys? Today we're going to try to redeem a game considered by many to be the worst video game of all time, and that is E.T. on the Atari 2600. Let's get started. E.T. was released back in 1982 and was developed by Howard Scott Warshaw, who had already had great success with Yar's Revenge and Raiders of the Lost Ark on the 2600. Now, I'm sure almost everyone watching this video has watched the documentary Atari Game Over, which tells the story of this game and the legend of Atari burying the used cartridges in the desert, causing the companies and the video game industry at the time's downfall. With the documentary and the help of many other internet personalities like the Angry Video Game Nerd, I feel people just automatically dismiss this game and don't give it a chance. I mean, if you've never played this game yourself, you need to try it at least once, and I think you'll agree it's definitely not the worst game of all time. Like many games on the 2600, if you read the instruction manual, then it clearly states the objective of the game, as well as what all the symbols and characters in the game represent. Your goal is to find 3 pieces of E.T.'s phone, call the ship, and guide him to the landing site so you can be rescued. You have an energy counter at the bottom, and you must complete everything before the energy runs down to 0. The dark areas on the screen represent pits or wells that you try to avoid while exploring, or otherwise you'll fall in them. I don't understand why this confuses people. You collect the dots, which are actually Reese's Pieces, in order to bring your energy back up while exploring for the 3 parts you need for the phone. At the top middle of the screen, you will see various icons as you explore. The main ones that you need to look for are the question mark, which if you hit the button on your controller, activates E.T.'s power to give you a hint where a piece of the phone is, because it will flash in whatever pit it's located in, and then you can go grab it. And also while you're exploring, be on the lookout for 2 special icons. The first one is where you need to be standing to call for the ship to come get you. Once that is activated, a timer will start, and the other icon shows you where the landing site is located, to wait for E.T.'s ship and be rescued and complete the level. But while you're trying to get all this done, the challenge is avoiding the FBI agent who will take your phone pieces you've collected, and the scientist who will drag you back to the lab in Washington, D.C. So if you take the time to read the instructions and understand your objective, it's quite a complex game for the 2600. I mean, I think it follows the storyline of the movie pretty well, and the sprite is actually shaped like E.T. I mean, everyone always praises Adventure for how great an Atari game it is, but it's extremely cryptic unless you read the manual, and your character is literally a square. They didn't even try to make it look like a knight or anything. Also, the title screen looks great and the music is incredible for the technology at the time. Now, after doing some research, I think I know the reasons why this game gets so much hate. Now, the developer Warshaw was self-admittedly a little full of himself by saying that he could create an E.T. game from scratch in only 5 to 6 weeks, but he managed to do it. And Atari's co-founder Nolan Bushnell considered it a miracle that he was able to produce the game in that amount of time, and admits it was so rushed that it wasn't properly tested, and most of the game's package didn't include an instruction manual because they didn't have enough time to print them to meet the deadline. So the game released in North America in December 1982 with tons of disappointed kids on Christmas morning when they tried to play the game and had absolutely no clue what to do, sending many angry parents back to the store to get their money back. So I can totally understand that if there was no instruction manual included in the box, that yes, this game would be pretty much unplayable. But in today's world where you can get a PDF of the instruction manual instantly, please give this game a try before you call it the worst game ever, because for the amount of time spent developing it and the limited technology in the 80s, I think it's pretty awesome. I'd much rather play this than other games that I consider near the bottom of the barrel like Shaq Fu and P.O.'d for the 3DO. I honestly feel like P.O.'d is the actual worst game I've ever played. It's outrageously bad. Well, I hope I'm not the only one who actually thinks this is a good game. Let me know in the comments below what you think about E.T. and what you think is the worst video game of all time. Until next time, guys, G3 out.